going live just for fun because feel like I want to. And I have free will, unfortunately. What is going on? Fixing my pants. I ripped my favorite pair of pants in two places, like, I don't even know, a couple months ago, and they've just been sitting here. Just terribly sad. So this is me fixing my pants, and I've got a giant knot in my thread for no reason. No reason. Do I own a sewing machine? Yes. Do I want to get it out of the closet? Nope. So I'm doing it by hand because this is how I live. You know what would make this easier? You know what would make this so much easier? I have my glasses, but I'm not wearing them, so I should probably wear them. Also, forgive terrible sounds. If there are any, my cats are out and about and they are doing their thing. It is rowdy time. God. There she is. Do you want to see her? Bethany! 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 She does not. She does not care. She doesn't give a single hoot. Not a one. Alright. Not even a little. What the hell? Okay. Oh, Lord. See, everything was going fine before I turned the camera on. I don't even know how or why this happened. Felony, what are you doing? I wish that I wasn't responsible for you. You disturb me. You disturb me. Are there any comments? Okay, no, that's fine. I just want to not neglect anybody. I can't stay on for too long, maybe like an hour. But not that anybody is really going to be affected by that. Because it's not like I live stream enough for anybody to care at all. And that's okay. I can handle that. I'm just trying to untie this knot so I can continue what I was doing. This is foul. Oh, there's all kinds of new things on the live option. Oh. Oh, I did a highlight on accident? Oh. Okay. We can do filters? Oh, man. Okay. There's all kinds of new options for the live thingy. I haven't done it enough. I might just cut the thread here. There comes a time when you have to call it and be like, nope. There comes a time. There comes a time. This might be one of those times. Oh, I might have just made it worse. Oh, I might have just made it so much worse. I'm pretty sure I did. I think there's no going back now. My thread is tangled, and that's it. This is the end. Life over. Problems never solved. Okay, I'm just gonna clip it here. Again, if you're hearing weird sounds, it's because my cats are unfortunately awake. I do love them, but they cause problems. How do I do this? I'm just gonna cut it here. I hate doing this because it wastes thread, but like, it wastes my time more than anything else. So, here we are. Okay. And I have more of this thread. I'll be okay. I'll be alright. I'll recover. Oh, wait. This is enough to, like, kind of keep going, maybe, actually. I wish I hadn't tied a knot. Hold on. We're going to undo that. We're going to undo that. It's fine. Everything's great. Everybody loves me. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. I feel like my angle could be a little wider, actually. There we go. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you. Hope everyone's day has been going well. Mine has been real good, actually. I cleaned my whole desk. It's been a gigantic, horrible mess for the past little bit here. I've just been I can't do this because my thumb is all messed up. I've been putting off projects for a while just because I've been, I don't know, focused on other things. And honestly, I probably need medicated. Because my executive function is not doing what it's supposed to be. But I'm also, I don't know, I'm trying to give myself grace for that because I've been dealing with a lot of things. You know, I started a new sport. Just our season just started, and so I'm, you know, figuring that out. There's a lot going on with that all the time. Um, and I'm doing, you know, I'm on several committees for that. I'm putting together like a curriculum and stuff for them, and it's a whole thing. And it's all volunteer work, so like it's sometimes hard to get motivated to continue that just because I am hyper aware of the fact that I don't make a lot of money ever, so it's I don't know. That's a hard one. I wish that it wasn't like that. I wish that my relationships with my, you know, the things that I have to do weren't based on that, but that's just how it is right now, and that's also okay, but it does feel bad. Hi Hades. Anyway, there's a lot going on. Trying to give myself grace, but I also am very aware that I am unfulfilled because I have been neglecting my art stuff. But I've not been, I don't know, it's this weird relationship with it all the time. All the time, all the time. But it's okay. It's okay. I'll figure it out someday. Maybe I'll get medicated and maybe it'll be okay after that. But I'm scared of that also because I don't know. Anyway. So I'm fixing my pants. I'm using the I call it the Jim Henson stitch, but it's also called the mattress stitch. It's also called the ladder stitch, I think. It's called a few different things. But I always call it the Jim Henson stitch because that is how I learned it. Was on this this Muppet documentary that was like how Jim Henson puts together the puppets. And he shows the stitch that he always uses to put together their faces. And at the time, I don't know, maybe he's just a white man claiming things that aren't his, but I'm sure this stitch was probably around before he was around. Anyway, he called it the Jim Henson stitch, and it's just the ladder stitch, just the mattress stitch, just the whatever else everybody calls it. I don't know. I think there's something else to it that makes it different as well, but I can't really remember. It was a while ago when I learned this stitch. Oh, and here we go. Ready? Boop. It's my favorite part. Pulling it all together. Makes it nice. And I'm hoping this is stable enough because the day that I ripped these pants twice in two different places in the same day. And so one, maybe that's a cue that I should wear different pants. Or two, maybe the material's not that great. I'm not really sure. It was kind of strange. I just bent down and it went whomp. And then I bent down another time and it went whomp. And then that was it. That was it for these pants. And they've just been sitting on my desk for like 2 months. So I'm fixing the pants because these are a favorite pair of mine for a minute. Something I am not concerned about. Well, I don't know. Something I'm thinking about is I have, and I try to be careful when I talk about stuff like this. I have changed shape since I've worn these 2 months ago. My lifestyle's changed a bit, and so I'm wondering if they will still fit. And if they don't, that's okay. I can accept that. You know, it is what it is. Clothes are meant to fit me. I'm not meant to fit clothes. All those things. Thankfully, that's not something I'm so sensitive about anymore, since I kind of worked on detoxing from that idea. Hi, Felony. Thank you for helping and being included. What are you guys looking at? They're very, very worried about this window that I've got right here. I don't know what they're looking at, but I've got some baby bunnies in my neighborhood right now, and they've been freaking out about the baby bunnies recently. It's been fun. There's like bunny nests right next to my house, and I love it. It's fantastic. I am obsessed with bunnies, and the baby bunnies. They're just real cute because they're like, they're like this big, and they're like a little circle with ears. They're so cute. I love them. Okay, continuing on, onward. I hope, am I on the right line? I am not. Okay. I'm trying to sew it right where the other stitching was, but it's hard to see. It's better now that I put my glasses on, though. Remember I was ranting to a friend not too long ago about how I never wear my glasses when I do tiny things, and they're like, well, that's your problem. You're the one that does that. You're the one that doesn't wear your glasses. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I forget, and then I put my glasses on when I'm working on it, and I'm like, oh my god, why does it look like that? And it's just because I wasn't wearing my glasses the last time I worked on it, and it's so silly. Felony, why are you making terrible sounds? Are you okay? She always makes this like oof sound when she jumps off of stuff, and I'm worried that she's like hurt herself or something, but I think she's just dramatic. She's a weird, sensitive, dramatic cat, and I don't know what to do about it other than just let it happen. I've taken her to the vet a couple times. I've been like, man, my cat's weird. Can you tell if anything's like actually wrong with her? And they've always been like, nah, she's fine. She's probably just weird. I'm like, okay, that's fine, I guess. When she was a baby, like really new to us, like the first 2 or 3 weeks we had her, and we got her. They didn't tell us how old she was, but we got her objectively too young, probably. And there's a lot going on that day, and they were like, we need you to take the cat. And I was like, oh, okay. She's only like 5 weeks old, but that's fine. She was so little when we got her. Anyway, a couple weeks after we got her, I don't know what happened. I have a suspicion, because I learned this later. I just had no idea at the time. I learned this later. I have a suspicion that she ate her cat litter, and she was just like sick all day one day, and it was really scary. She would not stop like heaving. It was terrible. Anyway, it was the 4th of July, and it was over a weekend. And the vet office was closed, so we had to go to the emergency vet. It was this whole thing. It was terrible. Okay, cool. There's the pants. They're all fixed. Fantastic. I have another thing to fix that's been sitting here for months. My partner... Oh my god, I don't know how to tell this story without it sounding insane. My partner is into medieval things. Everything medieval, Roman Empire. The Roman Empire is their Roman Empire. My partner owns a couple swords, and every now and then they go out and they do silly things with the swords. This time they did it inside, and they accidentally hit our mattress with the sword and cut a hole in our sheets. So I have to fix the sheets. It is my problem now. I think I'll use this one. And I know I'm using embroidery thread. It's just, it makes the most sense to me. Hades, oh, he just knocked down my curtain. He's such a good boy. Do you see him? Do you see him? There he is, knocking down my curtain. What a good lad. What a great lad. Okay. Okay, anyway, I was telling a story about Felony. That was pretty much all of the story. She was really sick one afternoon when we got her at first. I'm pretty sure she just ate... Hades, can you stop? Pretty sure she just ate her cat litter. Turns out that is common for kittens to eat, like, clumping cat litter and to make them really sick. So, like, be warned. Don't let your baby kittens have access to clumping litter, because that happens, like, all the time. And apparently it can be fatal. Thankfully it wasn't for felony, but it can be. So anyway, now you know about my trauma. You are welcome. Oh, I could have just slid this off. What is wrong with me? My thumb is all messed up. My thumb is really messed up, you guys. I posted a goofy little story on TikTok about it, just because I felt like it. I slammed my thumb in a car door, and it was agonizing. Like, I have pretty decent pain tolerance, as I think, you know, as far as I can tell. And I don't usually cry when I'm in pain or when I'm hurt. That's just not the reaction that I have. I cry at everything else though. But usually not when I'm hurt. Usually when I'm hurt, I go nonverbal and like, don't be around me, don't touch me, don't look at me, don't talk to me until I invite you in. Don't do it. Just when I'm hurt. I don't. Every other experience I have that's like a tough experience, I'm like, I need someone to be here with me. I'm gonna cry all the time. That's just, you know, my response. But when I'm hurt, that's not the thing. Anyway, this time I cried. This time I was like, I need help immediately. And it was really scary because I shut my thumb in a car door, right? And my friend was dropping me off. And she was still in the car, and I was outside of the car, and I was in so much pain, I couldn't like react fast enough. And I was scared she was gonna just like drive away with my thumb, and it was mortifying. It was mortifying and terrifying. Thankfully, she didn't. She didn't. She didn't drive away with my thumb. And I was carrying a bunch of stuff, so I couldn't react fast enough at all. I was so stunned by the pain. I was so just like, ugh, that was awful. Really, really stressful because I was really, really just like waiting for her to drive off with my thumb still attached to her car. I'm so glad she didn't, because I would not have a thumb anymore if she had. Oh, it was terrible. Anyway, all that being said, what am I saying? Oh, it's been like a month since that happened. Look at this. And of course, they're my nice flannel sheets, right? It's been a month since that happened, and I the nail itself detached like at the base of the nail, but the rest was still attached. And it turned all black and gross and nasty. And then like a month later, it's all detached except for this little like corner here on this thumb. This little corner is still attached. So this morning I was like, I am sick of this, because it's been like, and I'm so sorry if this is like gross and terrible to hear about, but this is my lived experience. This is my lived experience. I'm claiming my truth. I cut it off. I cut all the loose bits off. I got all the like, I don't know how to describe it other than dried fluids out of there. Took care of it, cleaned it all up. There's still this little bit of nail that's like attached right there, but it feels so much better. It looks awful, but it feels so much better than it did the last like couple days. I've been just like, it's been like a loose tooth that like, it hurts, but you like can't stop messing with it, you know? It just bothers you enough, and it's just, you know, it's just attached to you. You can't get away from it. So I was like, I'm tired of this. Tired of this. I'm all done. I'm cutting it off. Cutting it off. Cutting it off. Dunyan rings. Dunyan rings. Oh, I got another knot. God, why? I swear. Okay. Usually I can untie it, but sometimes it just doesn't happen that way. But it does mean that and I work I work at a yarn store. And often customers come in and they're like, "Hey, I accidentally dropped a stitch in my work. I need help fixing it." And so I sit there with them and I'm like, "All right, we do this, 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 and this, and we're all set." Um, but recently I've been doing that and they've been like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with your thumb?" And I'm like, "Oh," and then I have to tell the story, and then it's just a whole thing. And so it looks, um, I wouldn't describe it as worse now, but it looks like a different kind of bad. You know, like a different flavor of, oh God, what is wrong with you? And is it contagious? You know? Um, and so I'm just gonna cover it up for the next couple weeks because I feel like people are also gonna be offended by it still. And also especially because there's still a little bit of nail there. I'm scared it's gonna get like really snagged on something and that's gonna really hurt because it's, you know, still attached. It's gross, but it's okay. It's gross. It's been pretty gross for a while. But it's fine. It's okay. It is unfortunate how like um inarticulate I have been led to be after that. Not inarticulate. Inept? No. I'm not these aren't the words that I'm trying to say. I can't figure out the word that I'm trying to remember. Having word retrieval problems. Um but anyway, I think you probably know what I mean. I'm just not as dexterous. I'm just not as dexterous as um, that's the word. Not as dexterous as I once was when I was younger and I had a regular thumb. And I really thought when it happened, I really thought my thumb was broken because I've broken this thumb before actually doing the exact same thing except it was my dad's like oh my God, 70s Chevy just like slammed, not 70s. That's a 90s truck. Just like slammed and it also clicked shut, but it was like right here. And that thumb, she broke. She broke real bad. It wasn't that bad, but it was not good. And I if this felt very similar and so I was worried that it was broken, but it was not. Um, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, you need to go to the ER. You need to go see a doctor. You need to." And this was in between. There's a bit recently where I haven't had insurance, and I was like, I am not taking myself to urgent care or the ER or anything like that. I don't have insurance. I do have insurance now, but um, anyway, and I was thinking about it because I was waiting for my insurance card to come in between this. The timing of this was really interesting with my insurance and like stuff. Um, and I was just like, I just don't, because it's the end of my thumb. Like, if it is broken, what are they gonna do for it? Tie it to the other ones and then call it good? Like, I can do that myself. And turns out my boss at the yarn store told me this. Um, she was told this by her chiropractor, and you know, I don't really know if this is true, but she's a cool person. I like her a lot. I believe what she says. I don't think she would lie. Um, she told me that if you are concerned that you have a broken bone, you can like put your phone on vibrate and like make it vibrate somehow, have somebody like call you or something. Or if you have something around that vibrates, if you know what I mean. If you put it on the thing that you are concerned that it's broken, um, if it hurts really bad when it vibrates, that means that it's probably broken and you should go get it checked out. Um, and I did not try that because at the point that she told me this, I knew it was not broken. I was like using it fully and could bend it and there was no problems. But um, anyway, good to know. And I want to share that with the world. I wanted to research it more after she told me that though, because I was like, that's fascinating, first of all. And I want to know if it really is true. Because I really just don't want to spend the money getting an x-ray. You know what I mean? I don't want it. I don't want it because it's funny, the same exact thing happened to my partner like a month prior, almost exactly. They slammed their middle finger in our front door. Our front door has issues and you have to slam it, otherwise it doesn't shut all the way. And they slammed it in the door and the whole nail just popped off then and there and they had to go get it like taken out because it wasn't off all the way. I'm so sorry. This is disgusting. Anyway, that visit, we got the bill recently. That visit without insurance would have been, I can't remember, something close to $800. Like, I don't have that, man. I work at a yarn store. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it unless I really have to. And I'm terrified of doctors. I'm really scared of doctors. I do not like them. I do not trust them. I don't think they have my best interest in mind. And here's the thing, I will always advocate for people to get their stuff checked out. I always will. But personally, I'm terrified. I'm terrified of doctors. I have medical trauma. I was raised that way as well. It's something that I'm still breaking down and trying to fix within myself. I'm scared of doctors. I will always advocate for people to go to a doctor if something is wrong. I always, always, always will. But for myself personally, I'm like, no, I would rather die. It's unfortunate. It took me until I was 19 years old to see an actual doctor. And there's stuff that goes into that. That's, my parents' struggles financially. Like, when we were a kid, we did not have the money to just go to a doctor. Sometimes we didn't. And in my hometown, all of the doctors are like batshit insane. Like actively really strange people. And so she didn't want to take us there. Granted, we could have, gone to other doctors, but it is what it is. I think about it now and I'm like, I don't know about that choice. I don't know if I would make that choice as a parent. Thankfully, we never had any reason to. None of us ever had any really bad injuries or anything. My dad growing up was, we had some issues there, but that wasn't something a regular doctor could have fixed. He had to go to a really, really special specialist. Anyway, my relationship with medical stuff is complicated and varied. And I don't like it. I don't think anybody actually likes going to a doctor. If you do, tell me why. Like, I genuinely want to know. I want to know the perspective on why do you like going to a doctor? Because I've never met anybody that does. Same thing with dentists. I have literally never been to a dentist in my life. And that's another thing that I look back on in my childhood and I'm like, why did we make that choice? Granted, there's not a dentist in my hometown. There just isn't one. And so there's that. And then also, the insurance and money issue that everybody will always have to deal with if you live in America. That's just part of the whole gig of being here in this cool little capitalist bubble that we've got going on. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know how I got on this topic about, oh yeah, just my thumb, my really messed up, ugly thumb. I would take the Band-Aid off and show y'all, but like, not everybody wants that. Not everybody wants that, and I have to keep it on because I'm about to go to work here in like an hour-ish. Yes. So that's that. That is that. I'm really excited for work today, though, which I am so grateful to say because for the past, I don't know, my last job I really, really struggled at, but I did love my job there. I loved working there. I got to be creative and I was an educator and it was cool, but people in education roles just don't get what they deserve. And then something weird, really weird happened. I don't really know what it was. I have a few suspicions. But all of HR and my supervisor quit the same day. And I was like, oh, I should be scared. I should actually be scared. Anyway, after that, they hired a different supervisor and the program changed completely. And I was horribly burned out and I couldn't keep it up. I was having a really hard time with the direction the program was going. I could not get behind it. I was having a really hard time. And so I went to this supervisor, and I was like, hey, I'm burnt out. I just want to let you know it's, coming to the close of the semester. I might need to go part-time with the new semester because I'm having a really hard time. And she was like, oh my God, okay, we can work with that. Doodly doodly do. I had communicated this, 2 months prior because I wanted, at this job, I have seen people just like no call, no show, and then just like quit, which is just awful because then their workload goes to you and it's exhausting and you burn out really fast and this supervisor didn't know how to deal with that, and I just had a need to communicate. I just had a need for there to not be other stress on other people. I wanted the people in that situation to be prepared and understand and know what was going on. I just wanted to communicate, right? I just wanted to be a decent goddamn communicator. And I really straight up okay, I went part-time. They put in the numbers and everything, and they were like, yep, schedule, it looks great. I got to do another part-time job at a different job, and it was all good and dandy. And then and then like 2 weeks into this schedule being a thing, she calls me into her office and is like, hey, it's not in the budget for you to go part-time. And that's just how she left it. She didn't say like we're letting you go or like there's options other places, because there were, and at that job there was other locations to go to that I could have worked at. um, she didn't say anything, she just left it at that, and I was like, oh, okay, what is, I didn't know how to respond because she didn't leave me with anything to go off of. So I just left and I was like, I think I just got let go. Did I just get let go? I was unclear. So I went to HR because I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Sorry, I didn't mean to drop. Oops. That's fine. I get really aggressive and emotional when I talk about this because it was really messed up, and I really miss working there, and I really miss those people, and it was just, anyway. Um, but I try not to swear on my channel. But it's fine. It's okay. I'm an adult. Um, anyway, and I had this whole meeting with HR, and I did get let go, I found out. And the HR lady was like, hey, just so you know, I can place you somewhere else until you find a different job. And she was very, it was funny. She was very like, because she knew I wanted to move on. Like, there's no reason I had to stay there, but I also, needed something else, right? I couldn't survive on my other part-time job just alone on that. I mean, I worked twice a week. There's no way. There's no way I could have survived on that. And so anyway, she was just very kind about it and understanding. Like, I know you don't want to stay here, but also if you need it, we have a couple openings for you. And so I stuck around at those openings for a while, which felt really bad to do, but I had to. Anyway, anyway, all that to say, I'm very grateful to say that I'm excited for work today because there's some stuff going on at my work right now that I'm really excited to be doing. Some work I'm doing for the store that's I'm excited. It's a really great opportunity. I'm really, really grateful to be there. All right, she doesn't look great. She doesn't look great. But she will hold probably. And it just is what it is. I don't have any other options really. It's kind of hard to, I could have just done this on my sewing machine, but again, I didn't want to break the sewing machine out of the closet because it's heavy and I don't want to set it up and I don't want to put it away. I just want to do this by hand and move on. It doesn't look great, doesn't look bad. It'll hold, it'll do what it needs to. Thank you, partner, for accidentally hitting my sheets with a sword. That's not an innuendo, that actually is the story. All right. Cool. Thanks for hanging out with me. I feel like I should do this more often. I feel like I should go live when I'm doing a task that I kind of don't want to, but need to. This has been sitting here for 2-3 months maybe. Like, this is silly. This is silly. So maybe I'll just go live to do things, and talk to myself and other people if they so desire. Yeah, anyway, they say that it's best to have like a schedule when you go live, but I don't have that kind of drive in me right now, man. I work 2 jobs. I don't have time for that. Well, 3. I work 3 jobs. I don't have time for that. I guess I could consider this my 4th job if I really wanted to, but I don't want that. I just want to have fun and do my stuff. Okay, that being said, I'm gonna put away all my stuff, get some lunch, and probably head to work. Thank y'all for joining me. If you enjoyed it, I'm glad. If you didn't, that's valid. I can't make you like things. Anyway, I hope you all have a pleasant day. And I'm looking forward to my day, and I'm grateful that I got this done and can get these off of my desk because they've been taking up space for so long, and I've been having a mental block, and it's just, it is what it is. Okay, I hope y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you later. Thanks for stopping by.